My question is, what DNA was found and where and whose was it?
Okay, there was DNA evidence that was taken from a blood spot in the underwear and on the waistband of JonBenet's leggings, and that was determined to be from an unknown male and does not match any of the Ramseys. It could not be them. Then there was touch DNA, which was tested in 2008. The technology did not exist to test for touch DNA back when the crime actually committed. That technology wasn't available and wasn't tested for until 2008. And what I was saying is, you want more markers than were available, so they did the best testing they could. You always want bigger and bigger samples. They tested what they had. The DNA report, results exonerating Burke and the family, were given to the police within 2 weeks of JonBenet's murder, but they weren't given to the DA for 7 months. So the Ramsey family attorney, Lynn Wood, wrote a letter to Mary Lacy, and they had a secret meeting where she finally admitted that she agreed the Ramseys had been targeted by the Boulder DA and that it was getting out of control. This led to an unprecedented act. Take a look.
I learned just recently that within 2 weeks, the police were given a report by the Colorado Bureau of Investigation Lab, whoever looked at the DNA, and said this DNA excludes this list of people, including John Ramsey, Patsy Ramsey, Burke Ramsey, and others. That report was given to the police within 2 weeks. They did not share that with the district attorney for 7 months. They knew within 2 weeks that the DNA excluded the family, and yet they withheld that information.
I wrote the City of Boulder and I copied District Attorney Lacy, and I said in no uncertain terms, if this investigation is not transferred out of the hands of the Boulder Police Department into the hands of a third-party, objective, competent law enforcement agency, I'm going to sue the City of Boulder, and you're going to be the laughing stock of the country when the truth comes out about the incompetence of your department in this investigation. That letter gave District Attorney Mary Lacy what she needed to call me and say, I want to talk to you. And I remember sitting there with her and I said, this has to stop and only you can stop it. And I'll never forget, she looked at me and she said, I agree with you. And she committed that her department would take over the investigation, which they did. And then District Attorney Lacy issued a public statement to apologize to them and to make clear that going forward from that day, they would be treated as victims because they were in fact victims.